Hello, hello. It's SirRocksAlot, and I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful day already today. And yeah, we're going to cut a few rocks. Coming on early. Don't know how it's going to go. Semi-prepared, as usual. I wanted to thank everybody for everything you've done throughout the year. Very much appreciated. My goals at the beginning of last year were to triple my subscribers, which was 87. So I wanted 261 subscribers by the end of this year, and we have far surpassed that. So I wanted to come on for a quick cut. I haven't cut in a few days because it's been Christmas, and we've been wrapping things, getting things organized, cleaning things. Hi there, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. And today I just thought I've got a few pieces of rough that show some potential. I don't know if we can get anything out of them. And then, so we're going to try and get something out of these. Thank you for the thumbs up. I hope you're having a good day. And then I'm going to try and get something out of these. I don't know if it'll work. Pretty blues. And the matrix is not terrible, so you can do like 3 of those. I got at least one piece of opal that I want to open up. It has fantastic potential on the outside. It may or may not cut. Sometimes with these pieces, see if I can get this in here. You can show beautiful color from the sides, but then when you bring it down, it doesn't necessarily show the flash and the color. And I'm probably going to start, I think I might start with this piece actually. I also have a few other little pieces of opal, so maybe I should just start with one of these, and then we'll work up to this big one. But yeah, I hope everybody's had a good day, and welcome you here for a little peace and quiet. Well, I don't know about quiet, but a little bit of peace. And I think we'll start with one of these little ones. And the reason I'm starting with the opal is I also have a piece of what I believe is carnelian, and I want to clean that up a little bit as well. So got that little piece there. Welcome in. Thanks for coming in. And I'm going to clean that up. That's going to be a little bit noisy. These shouldn't be too bad. I don't know if we'll get anything out of that, but we'll give it a try. Thank you for the hearts. Sent right back at you. And let's see if we can get over here. Boop. Hi, Azan. Welcome in. Or Izan. Let's just bring you over a little bit over here. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you had a whole wonderful couple of days. And I wasn't going to come on today, but everybody's taking like food naps. So I figured, well, if everybody's going to food nap, I'm going to come out here, cut a few things. So we're going to start with the opal. So just a quick word of advice. Change your water before you do the opal, or if you do little pockets of, let's get some flash on here, little pockets of druzy. You don't want it to fill up with all the old sediment that you've cut from other stones. Let's go ahead and see everybody. There we go. So this one's going to be a little noisy. We're going to do a quick, see if we can get anything out of this one, and then we might work on to the bigger opal, hopefully to find something. Not sure that's going to face, and then we'll hit some turquoise after that. So here we go. A little bit of noise. See if I can. I'm going to start on this middle wheel. It's a little less aggressive. Thank you for the, I don't know what the bubbles were, but they cool. Pretty cool. Thank you. I'm going to say hi in the chat. So thanks for the thumbs up. Trying to reach, I think, 1,200 subscribers. If I can do that today and by the weekend, I will be super happy. I'm already happy. Oh my goodness, look at that. Okay, so that's really nice. Alright, so I've got to be a little more careful than I was. Welcome in, everybody. Hi, Hector, welcome. I thought this was going to be all sandy, but and yeah, I've been working outside today, I've been working everywhere. A little bit outside, a little bit on cleaning up the machines. I got to do a full-scale cleanup around the machines in the shop soon. And it's getting a little bit out of hand. Hey, you Ken, how you doing? Hey, Worth, how you doing today, too? So this was going to be a little practice piece, and I got to be a little more careful because it's showing some really nice color that I was not expecting. Oh my goodness. Alright, well. And look at the color on the side there. Alright, I was not expecting, that was meant to be sand. Looks like pretty good all the way around. Bring that sand in. And then I'm going to have to decide which way I'm going to face this. It might be a little webby, but not much I can do about that. This was just a little piece that came, I think, from John. I kind of got two layers going on. Color there, a little less color there. Got color on the top here, showing that a lot of sand on there too. So let's take this side off a little bit. I'm going to do this really softly. I'm already down to about 3 millimeters, so I got to be careful. Unless I turn it into a doublet. Oh my goodness. Man, if this would clean up, it'd be fantastic, but I don't think it's going to. But I still love the color in this already. If I'd known that, I would have saved this till last. But yeah, I hope everybody's had a good holidays. Had a fantastic time yesterday with the in-laws and the wife and kids, and they were playing a pretty funny game. I just throw out stuff from the bleachers. You see it's cracking up. There it is. I knew that was too good to be true. But here, that just splintered off. So let me keep that. That's gotta go into something. It's beautiful color, even if it's split up. So it's very cracky. Where are we going to put this? There we go. And put it in this little opal jar thing. I can't put it down because it'll disappear. But so it's just a little chip and it's crystal. And if I put it down, I have it in my mouth now. But if I put that down in the water, it would completely disappear. As you can see that. See how clear that is? Alright, well that's a shame. But we'll keep going. How clear that is. See right through it. Maybe I can clean it up some. think it might just crack out altogether. So I thought this was going to be sanded out, not crazed out. Hey, Nico. Sanam Ravender and is that Saeed? Jabani? Hey, Jabani. Welcome in. Sorry for wrecking all your names. I don't mean to. I can do this really soft. Still got that sand in there. Ooh, it's chippy. I'm pressing extremely softly. It might just shatter out any second. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. I am trying to hit 1,200 by the end of the year. I don't know how many times I'm going to come on in the next week. Wasn't really expecting to come on today. I wish it was diamond, but no, it's opal, and it's all cracking up. It's all going to crack up and disappear. So, diamond would be nice, but that'll go in a little chip jar, and look at the color in that. Just a little bit longer. We're going to trade this one out in a second. I'm doing the opal first today because I didn't want to do it with a whole bunch of dirty sediment in my tray today. Oh, there it goes. Wow. See that? That piece just went flying. There comes another piece. Let's see if I can get anything out of this. Ooh. Really, I should turn it into a doublet. Alright, gonna have to call it there. And then what I'll do is I'll end up putting it on maybe a piece of basalt, something black, and you kind of see the colors on it. We'll get a doublet out of it. That's even showing some blue in there. It's really tiny, but definitely worth saving. Alright, let's move on to something else. What else have we got today? So, I got a Christmas present today that I love. Here, I'll show you real quick. I got a really neat cutting apron. And somebody let it go. I'll just show it real quick. Didn't come up. That's a shame. Well, I'll have to show it another time. So let's try this piece. Gorgeous, gorgeous piece. Beautiful, beautiful color. Not sure it's going to face. So this one, see when you turn it up that way, you don't get that color that much. Hi Omar, Victor, welcome in. Maybe the opal guy. So it might face from this side over here. Because you can kind of see it in that chip, but see how that disappears? Unless you have it on an angle. If you put it on an angle, it looks good, but... So we're just going to clean this one up a little bit. Hey North Star, how you doing? North Star, yours is the only piece left that I have to do. And I did get started on it the other day. I want to really spend some quality time with it. The material is really nice material, and I don't want to fluff it up. So I'm probably not even going to do that live. I'm just going to clean this up real quick. This is really hard stuff. So that last opal was a little chippy and soft, and this opal is fairly hard. So yeah, I at least pre-shaped your piece. Looks good in there. So if I don't get anything out of this, it's not my fault, it's the stone's fault. But yeah, I thought I'd catch everybody today when they were either taking their afternoon nap, wanting to take an afternoon nap. I am going later on for leftovers from yesterday. We did our dinner last night. Let's put everybody to sleep really quickly. Actually, we all did pretty good. It was a fun evening. Alright. Man, I wish these colors were going to come out on top. I don't think they're going to. Thank you, I appreciate that, Nostra. But I hope you had a really good time. So the colors freaking awesome. I think I'm going to come down from this side, so this is probably going to be the back, but I'm going to bring it down anyway. Get the sand off. Move over here a little. Okay, yep, all sand coming off. There's slight concave to the stone already. This may have been a giant shell at one point, and this is just a little piece of it. But I want to see how it faces on this bottom first. And this piece up here, I'm going to end up cutting it off, but I'm just using it for color, really, to see which is the best way to face. Wow, welcome in everybody. Miss Freckle Cactus here. I tried to show my apron, but I hadn't sent the photo over. So we will show it on Sunday. Thank you for all the... I don't know if are those blooming flowers or are those fireworks? Hi, Olam. See how sort of blah, got some blues in it. So that was kind of expected. So let's just take it down a little bit more. Hey Stone, how you doing? Rhinestein. Hey Tim, welcome in. If you're new to the channel, I come on Thursdays and Sundays, and I didn't know what the plan today was, so I couldn't make any promises about going live today, but I found a little pocket in time here where it is for kind of pre-leftovers and after stockings from this morning, so I could probably bring this down more from that side if I need to. I just wanted to flatten it out. Wow. Get the sand out, and then we're going to go from the other side down. Hey Hoss, how you doing today? Clement, welcome in. I can hear somebody saying something, but alright, I'm hoping we can come down from this top and it's going to show me some color. And I'm putting my expectations down pretty low. Gorgeous from the sides. And even at this sort of slight angle is really good. But as soon as you go on top, that color disappears. Very meant to be like. Alright, here we go. That doesn't mean I can't set this at an angle to get that sort of broad flash color showing at certain angles. Thank you, Deborah. You too. Really appreciate you, Deborah. I see you in a lot of other chats too, but really appreciate everybody that comes over here. And even if you stay for like 30 seconds, it really helps. So even if you're popping in just to say hi and stick around for 30 seconds a minute, it really helps me, helps the channel. Mr. Wilkins or Miss Wilkins, welcome in. Alright, let's take a peek. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything yet. It's almost down to it. I think I'm going to end up with blues. Man, I wish it... See that color right there by my thumb? Wish that was a color. But I don't think that's going to happen. Almost, you could almost like slice it in lots of little slices and then put it back together this way. Just to get the color out of it. But that would be pretty difficult. That's good. Yeah, practice, Haas. Hello, Haas. The pieces that I got from you, you did really well. Like really, really well. I'm not just saying that. Like boulder opal is not easy to work with, and I'm not sure that the Spencer opal actually wasn't Cuba Pedy. Come on. Show me some color here. It's not going to do it. It's a little disappointing. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you all had a great day. Hope none of you had to work. So yeah, it's just going to be blue. I'm not even getting any flashes yet at an angle, so I'm going to keep bringing it down. Might have to change wheels because this one's pretty aggressive. I'm going to do a little bit on the edge, see if we can get something coming out of it. I just don't see it. Oh, there's a little bit. Maybe I just need to bring it down some more. There's a little bit of flash. Get onto that edge. Didn't get any. There a little bit. Okay. So it's going to be from an angle. It does well from all different angles. It just sucks from the top. So, thank you, Deborah. I really appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful new year. And yeah, we'll see you in the new year. If I don't see you before, or we don't happen to be in the same chat somewhere, and I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, getting a bit better. My angle is not having to go down quite as much. So, I think we're going to switch over to this middle wheel. Thank you for all the support there. And look at that. So, okay. I know I'm kind of talking to myself. Well, I am talking to myself, but I'm going to talk myself through this stone, I think. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll be really happy if I pull something out of this. I bought this piece. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I bought this piece probably a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. I actually found it on eBay. I forget the seller's name. I don't think they really do have any more opal. I think it was like pens and dolls or something like that. Really nice people. And this is one of the bigger pieces that I got. Or maybe this was the lady. I think she's called Saving for a Cruise or Saving for a Holiday, something like that. Look at this. Okay. It is really starting to show some color, you're right. And so even if it's not perfect coming straight from the top, just slight angles from all three of those different directions on this, what looks like a triangle. Let's have a close look, why not? Hey Fontella, welcome in. Let's get a little closer, see if we can give you a good look at what's going on. So, some really nice colors in there, blues, teals, some golds, some lemons. And that was chipped off there to begin with. I don't know if I can get that included or not. But for today, what we're going to do, we're just going to shape the top a little, get down to all the good looking color, and then I'm going to decide on a different shape. So I'm still going to get that sand out right there. So let's do that really slowly, which was on my apron today. Start slowly. So all little good reminders to have. When you're cutting. So yeah, always start slowly. Don't just jump into things. If you jump into it, you never know what you might make disappear by mistake. It's easy to make things disappear, especially with opal. So me trying to get this little piece of sand out, I'm doing it really softly because I want to get just through the sand, like literally just through the sand before I move on. In fact, I might even move on to the next wheel. Let's move on to the next wheel. Hey Aqua, how you doing today? Merry Christmas to you. Glad you could make it in. So whenever Aqua comes in, it's usually at the best parts. I don't know why they have such luck. They do. Sometimes they come in when we're just finishing the polishing. But just coming in on the Super Discovery here. This is... I haven't cut this piece because I thought it was going to end up looking like that. That's what I thought it was going to end up being. So I'm very pleasantly surprised. But are we going to be able to get through that chip? I don't know. And that might decide sort of the shape. Let's get this sand out. Oops, yep. And we're going to do something a little noisier. And as I started the video today, I was suggesting as a little tip, make sure you clean your tray out when you start, especially when you're doing either things that can absorb things or things that have little druzy pockets. So we're going to do this one next, but it's got a little druzy pocket in there. So you want to have clean water because you don't want all the sediment from your previous cuts getting stuck in there, because it's really difficult to get it back out. That was just a little tip for today. Clean water. Oh my goodness, we're almost up to like 200 people. Thank you. Wow. Welcome in, everybody. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe for me. Trying to hit, what am I doing? 1,200. 1,200. All right. I'm going to stop with that sand. Look how thin it's getting with that sand. I've just got a little bit more to go. It's going to come out on the other wheels. I have to decide on my shape. This is so much. See how it's so much less on the broad flash? But look at the colors. This is awesome. Sorry about my fingers, but that's what happens when you do work. Look at that. Let's see if we can bring that down just a little bit on that tip. Going really lightly. I'm going to have to change the shape because of that chip. I'm going to have to cut that off, turn that into a little stone, and then we'll have to decide on the shape. Maybe something like that. I don't know. Hi, everybody. My goodness. My goodness. Love to know where you're all from. You don't have to tell me exactly, but I'd love to know what country you guys are from. You know, I might have a little bit of family watching over in the UK right now, so hello to you. And Shell Bell, hi. Yeah, this is a really nice piece. Mohammed, welcome in. I have not been to the UAE. My mum's been over there. My mother she's an avid golfer at her age, which is quite spectacular, really. And she still goes on trips around the world. She's slowing down a little bit, but wow, look at that. Look at that. This is no filters. This is exactly how this stone looks. Wow. I almost don't want to do another stone. What do you got? 6192? 8192. Welcome in. I could just look at this for a long time. Look at that. Wow. Super surprise on this one. And we're going to leave it there for this one. We're going to work on something else. Well, that's like a Christmas present right there. Probably about a third more than this, so don't know if my scale's out here. I don't have my scale out here. But I'm probably going to get at least 50% of what it started with, which is rare. These other ones, these little ones, you know, I'll be lucky to get 20%, so. Wow, okay. Let's see if, what happens with that. So the chip's got to go, and we'll probably end up with something similar to that somehow. We'll see. Alright, very, very happy with that. This is probably right now, I'm looking at probably 12 to 14 carats. It's probably just over 2 grams. Thank you, Mohammed, I appreciate that. Yeah, this one was really nice. Alright, so I'll put this away before I lose it. And we're gonna bring out, why not do another opal? Come on, why not? So, no idea on this one. Put that one in there. Here comes the extra light, please mind your eyes. Let's see if we can do anything with this one. This one has some webbing to it. It's got some really nice pin fire in it. Which way do we go? Looks good there. This side looks pretty hard. Go back a wheel. And go around the edge. I'm thinking this little bit with the skin will be the base. And then we'll bring this potch down here, all the way hopefully down to here. So that's losing quite a bit of color. Hey Joey, how you doing today? Yeah, it's got some color to it. That doesn't mean I can't make it disappear. I'm pretty good at making it disappear. I gotta make this one a little easier to handle. Let's bring in that edge. And I can hear opal people screaming right now. I don't know if there's any perfect way to cut an opal. I think it varies from person to person. Somebody else might pick this up and see something completely different from what I'm seeing. And I know we've all, you know, watched Justin or I love Phil over at the Opal Mills. If you don't know Phil, go check out Phil's channel, the Opal Mills. He's been working a lot, but he's about getting back into the ground, I believe. I did not see, there's a little bit, but the color's all the way up. I don't see much. All seems much higher, so I could lose that color quick. Let's take this bottom skin off. Go a bit quicker. Oh my goodness, look how many people are in here. Hi there, welcome in. Hey Sebastian. What else have we got? Yep. Yeah, this is really unexpected. Actually, the whole year's been unexpected, so. But again, if you're new to the channel, this is sort of the stuff we do. We got this. After this, we're going to do like a piece of carnelian, and then we're going to check out these little pieces of turquoise and see if I can get anything out of those. And then I'm going to go for leftover dinner. If there's any left over. So all I'm trying to do here is to see if I have any color in this face, which right now I don't. But I'm going to keep the base anyway. Do we have any color in there? That's the only place where we got clear opal. I don't see any color in there. Now you start to see what I'm having to deal with. I'm going to have to take this down sharp here. Whew, this could be really good, or this could be really bad. There's enough on this wheel. Let me go back to that middle wheel before I make all this opal disappear. You know what, Shellbell? Sometimes days like that are not too bad. So I'm going to end up with some potch on this stone in the face. But I'm going to try and capture as much of this color as I can. May even be a funky shape. But there's nothing wrong with a little wabi-sabi. Sorry, I've been watching the silly crazes lately. Alright. What is the best way to orient this? I mean, come on all you opal people. There is a little bit of color there. Nothing all the way up to the front here. Although it may be under there, so do you risk taking all this? I can't take all that color off. I'm going to take some of it off right now, but I don't know if I want to risk going all the way to the bottom. Spraying, what I do right now is intuitively correct. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. I mean, I haven't been on long, and we're already over 75 likes. Okay, let's see if we made this disappear. Oh, it's starting to disappear. It's sort of in there. And I've got this all the way down here. Do you take it out? See how that little wave comes through? And it almost looks like it's all the way through over here. But then I would have to take all that off the top there to get down to that. Do we risk that? I mean, it's there. Let's get a little closer here. Hey Diane, how you doing today? Rabbi? Or is it Robbie? So there's a line going right through here. That's potch on top of it. Then there's still a little bit of color here. Do we take that all the way down? Got nice color on it. I see it too. I see it, but we might get down to it and have nothing. So I'm going to at least start taking this potch off on this end. Maybe that'll give me a better idea. And I hope me talking about the way I'm seeing it helps some of you not screw up some of your stones. So So yeah, not only maybe you guys come in to learn a little something, see a little something, I learn a lot from you guys just from being in the chat. Okay. We don't know what is under there. Ooh, looky. So I got through the pot. I'm showing some color. I think I'm going to be okay. A little chippy on this side. Alright, so let me just do, I'm going to make a normal dome and just spray. Look at my shape here too. It's an odd shape. Yeah. It is an odd shape. It may just stay a freeform. Hi everybody, welcome in. Okay. You can hear the anxiety in my voice, I'm sure. I mean, the shape's funky. Probably gonna stay funky. We'll round it off just a little bit. Right? And then I should probably wait to get it on a dot stick, but still got all this little bit of potch left up the top, so we're gonna take that out. Just like that. Alright, getting a bit better on the color, a bit better on the shape. A little bit of the wiggle waggle. I'm pretty happy. Still got a few little facets in it. Move over to this last wheel. Hey Amanda, welcome in. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have silver on it. So that's what I'm trying to do right now, is just give it a semi-freeform round shape. It's not going to be a perfect oval or anything. Get some color there. Almost running out. You can see it's still misshaped. But these little facets and little off-dome shapes can be done on these next three wheels. I think we're going to leave it right there before I take too much off. Alright, so I am happy with the opal. It's got like two different types. It's still got this little sort of triangular part on it. It's just a separate formation on top of the other opal, but I kind of like it. So I'm going to leave it like that before I put it on the dop stick. So wow, I can pretty much quit right about now and be really happy with the day. So let's have a look. Two completely different types. Take that off a little. That's just the light from the phone. Very nice. Thank you, Jobo. And look at that. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I could walk away right now and call it a really good day. Let's do this. I don't know what retouch is. Alright, that's two goodies. Now we're going to do something completely different. A lot noisier. Mind your eyes, we've got some light coming. So I have this piece I cut off another, it was a big chunk. It was a big chunk like this, and I chopped it off. Really all I want to do is get my saw marks out of there because it was an awful cut, and maybe polish it down to the third wheel. Yeah, that's it for the opal for the day. And then we're going to do this piece, and then going to hit a few pieces of turquoise, and then we will call it. So, I'll do my flashlight. There we go. Let's have a look at this with the flashlight. Going to take the light off again. Going to take off the flash, like that. Kind of see the orangey and fire reds in that. And I'm going to leave a live edge on it and just polish this down. Okay, here comes the big light. There we go. And this one's a little bit noisy, so mind your ears as well. So agates, petrified woods. See how loud that is? I'm sorry, but this is going to be loud. But it was a lot quicker than I thought. That's a screecher right there, sorry. So yeah, agates, petrified woods, jades, they scream at you. Not a bad thing. Actually, just shows how hard it is. But then you got all your agates that you find on people's shelves, and just imagine all the noise they go through every day. All right. A little bit right there. So I try to do a few agates, petrified woods, jaspers from time to time. I mostly concentrate on turquoises, phosphates, ferricites. So when you get a really pretty piece like this, it's got to be polished up. And as I said at the beginning, make sure your water's clean when you do this sort of thing with a druzy pocket in it, because that pocket will fill up with all the sediment that you have. Alright, I gotta get this front. Here we go. This is an 80 grit that I'm using, 80 diamond grit that I'm using on it right now. Pretty aggressive, but it's pretty worn out as well. So it might take a couple minutes to do this. So once I get this first pass done, it'll be a lot quicker. Hey, Raston. If this is too noisy and you want me to move on to something else, I can always move on. Almost there. Well, everybody said to wake them up after an hour of nap, so this should probably do it. Almost there. Thank you, I appreciate that. I never know, like it's pretty loud over here, and I could turn the volume down on mine, but I don't think that makes a difference on the other end. So I'm contemplating either getting a flat lap or using the vertical flat lap with the Diamond Pacific discs. I probably could do the flat lap. I love Diamond Pacific, but all right, now we're looking good. A little bit right there. Turn it around. That should do it. Pretty good. A little bit there. You can kind of see it right there. That's the only bit I gotta get going. This is a really pretty stone. Ooh, look at that. That's it, right there. All right, let's get a little bit quieter. Oh wow, we hit 100. We went over 100 thumbs up. That's fabulous. Thank you. I know a lot of you watch Dave, and I think, is it Quartzite this weekend, the pre-sale? I don't know if it's a pre-sale or the full show, but of the shows that I watch online, Quartzite's probably my favorite. And I think I'd rather go to Quartzite than to go to Tucson. I'm going to go around the edge real quick. I appreciate you hanging out for this one, too. This one's a noisy one, and it's a little less ASMR. Or maybe more to some people, I guess. Of course, I started to wear away my finger again. Really, I just have to go through the wheels here, make sure I hit every spot, which I could have Sharpied it, but I think I'll Sharpie it when I get to the 600. to make sure I'm hitting all the spots. Can you send it to my work phone? I can't pick it up on this phone while I'm videoing. If you send it to my other phone, I can probably share it. This Freckle Cat made me an awesome apron. Got a few of my little sayings on there, which I didn't even know I had sayings until I first started cutting. And I found myself saying little sayings that mean a lot to me, and I was hoping they'd hit the spot for a few other people. The first one is always start slowly. If you start slowly, you're less likely to screw it up. Or if you do start to stuff it up, then you can change what you're doing real quick. Whereas if you start aggressively and make a mistake, you cannot fix it most of the time. You know what? I hadn't thought about it. So that's not only true with RocksAlot, that might be true in life. Start slowly, people. I hadn't thought about that. Welcome in. Thank you for saying hi. I appreciate any of you spending some time here. I really do. Let's see if that one came in. Not quite. No. Look at the colors on this. Isn't that great? It's almost like, you know, like a honeycomb amber color on those. Really nice. Slightly translucent. I'm going to move on to this other one actually. So for this one too, I might do it today, I'm not sure. Depends on the time. I'm going to end up taking this through the 600, the 1200, and the 3000. And then I'd like to use cerium on it, but if I use cerium on it, it's just going to get all caught up in this edge, caught up into the druzy, and just make a mess. So I may Dremel up to 50,000, or I may just break out the new wheels, and I have a 8,000, 14,000, and a 50,000 that I may do on this Genie. I'm pretty sure it is carnelian, actually. Shellbell, you're right. I'm like 98% sure it's carnelian. It was a big chunk like this, so I just chopped the front of it off. It had already been cut a little bit, so it only had that little piece of druzy left, and I cut this probably a year ago when I first started entering into the little Discord challenges that we do, and they had a live edge one, and this was going to be one of my entries. It's really nice. So, let's see. That's almost dry right there. I'm not ready. Don't let me lie to you. Let's have a look. Okay, so that's getting there. There's a See that little line? I want to get that little line out. So this one probably either deserves to be, I think probably wire wrapped. Maybe with some nice copper or bronze to complement the reds in the stone. Or you could pop a hole right in the top here. Hi everybody, welcome in. We try to stay away from, this is the good channel, we try to stay away from mostly politics, then religion a little bit. But then, you know, everybody celebrates something, so here we celebrate rocks. That was one of my other gifts. I got a t-shirt that says the Rock Whisperer on it, which is pretty fun. Hi Stephanie from Down Under. That's probably a reminder that we're meant to go get leftovers. Me too. I try to keep a balanced, level head. Not that I always do, but try my best. I don't really have time to make bad reactions. Alright. So this is almost ready to go to the 600 grit. Yeah. And that's half of it, Jobel, is just how you react. Or how to heart you take something. It took me a long time to learn stuff like that, though. And actually doing these rocks helps me a lot. It's part of my balance and my mental health. So I'm glad you could all come along for the ride. Have a good time doing it. And I have to tell you, there's so many people in this lapidary community, the resellers community, that are just absolutely kind, generous people. And it starts to rub off for you. It rubs off on me anyway. And I've had people just sending me stuff out of the blue. In fact, I should mention a few. So, like Aaron Small has a channel. I'm not sure if he's still putting up his videos or not, but he does have a YouTube channel, Aaron Small. And then, of course, Lapidary Dave. Got Phil over at the Opal Mills. Robert over at Global Prospecting. Big Opal guy. He also sells some other minerals and specimens. And then from the resellers, we've got Christy over at Ladies Who Loop. Got Leonore that helps everybody. Aqua Lover that helps everybody. Got Tanya over at My Jewelry Addiction, who's just wonderful. And Doug at Raven's Chest. Kirsten over at Kirsten's Red Resale. And I hope I'm not forgetting, one of my super favorites is Wendy over at Wendy's Wolf Walker Collectibles. And I thank all of them. They've been absolutely fabulous. Vito, welcome in. So yeah, I think that's a good start on this one. Let's dry it off completely here. Now we're going to hit some pieces of turquoise. I don't know if they'll come out or not. So from where we were with all those saw marks, that's just a 280. and got a pretty good polish already. I still got 600, 1200, and 3000, and then we'll decide how we're gonna go from there. So that's pretty nice. Very happy. Let's get a little thing. I don't know who that was. What are you guys talking about? Needless to say, she changed her mind. They need to be able to take a joke. I mean, some of the stuff that people do with the elf these days is a little far and beyond. I mean, it's funny to watch because they're not my kids, but alright, let's see what we can do here. Alright, now I'm going to get a bit dirtier, but we're going to deal with some phosphates, and we're looking good. Welcome in, everybody. If you haven't been to the channel, my channel name is SirRocksAlot. Go ahead, subscribe. I go live on Thursdays and Sundays. Let's go middle first, actually. See, start slowly, go to the middle. Try my best to come on live on a Sunday, usually around 1:30 after lunch, Eastern Standard Time. And then, and then I also come on a Thursday around 5 o'clock, 5:30, I mean. Eastern Standard Time as well. This is why I came on today. I just came on a little bit early. So I gotta watch the matrix in this. It's a little crumbly. Hey Big Boss, welcome in. Tori, welcome in. Thanks for saying hi. Yeah, this matrix, I don't know. If it gets too crumbly, I'll have to pull it and I'll end up having to back it somehow. So it's pretty soft. The phosphate's really good. And it's going around the edge. Taking that matrix in. Look how soft that is. That's pretty soft. I don't think it's stabilized. If they stabilized it, they didn't stabilize it very well. And it's starting to get some on this edge. Look at that. So that's a good sign. And that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Oh, we're looking good. Let's see if I can get a bit of the girdle going. And do we keep it this way? Ooh, I think we're going to come down from the top. We're going to lose some of this, but let's see what happens. I didn't specialty pick any of the stones today. Actually, I didn't know I was going to come on live today. Everybody was taking a nap, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to go on live for a little bit. I randomly chose some stones. I had the opal out already, and this turquoise is just sitting in a bag over here. So I just pulled a couple of pieces out. I don't think they're all the same mine. So this is coming down from the top. I can round that a little bit. Round that a little bit. Get the wiggle waggle going a little bit. down, doming it a little bit. I got plenty more that I can use to dome. I just want to try and get all the bugs out of the top. When I say bugs, I just mean little crevices and little holes. So you can get a semi-smooth here. Thank you, Shelba. I really appreciate you coming in. And if you're interested, I do have that piece of specialty carbon block that I finished up. Not sure if you're interested in it or not. You can comment in any of my videos and I'll tell you how to, I'll write you back and reply to you and tell you how to get a hold of me if you'd like. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate your support. And yeah, you better go feed him. Though I think I'm on my own tonight. I think we're all feeding ourselves. Alright, look at this. Let's go on to the next wheel. I'm just going to keep going and I'll show you in a second. Do this wheel. Still a few little soft spots. It's coming in well. I gotta bring this. I don't want to go too far on this bottom. I might end up putting maybe some JB Weld or some other sort of backing on this one. And then I'll do that before I go on to the next three wheels. But I am pretty chuffed how this one's come out, actually. Hi, everybody. Bye, Shaw. Look at this. Look at that. That is so much better than I imagined. Let's take this in slowly. Uh-oh. I see a drop of oil came down from my pump. Wow. Been having a few issues with my air pump. And I took it to pieces last week and re-oiled it. It's still making that little knocking noise. I also see a little bit of oil coming out here. I don't know if that's leftovers or if I've over-oiled it. Uh-oh. I feel a little crack going. See if I can get this out. Ooh, I'm afraid that's going to chip out. See that up the top here? Should be okay, but it might pop right out and we'll change the shape. See if I'm any good. Let's try and get that out. It's going to lower the height of the stone a little bit. So it'll make it more stable. Alright. No, it's still there. See that up there? I'm afraid that little bit right there is going to pop out. It might not be right now, but it'll pop out down the road. Maybe when somebody's setting it or I'm trying to set it. So I'm going to try and take care of it now. Almost gone. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with that. Very happy with that, actually. Hey, Miss Al, welcome in. I don't think I've seen your name before, but thanks for saying hi. Yeah, any highs are really welcome. Thumbs up are really appreciated. Subscribers, you guys are awesome. And if you want to see more material in the future, like I said, I go on Thursdays and Sundays. Thursdays 5:30, Sundays 1 o'clock. I'm just going to leave it like that. And at some point we may be doing some sales, not just in my own material, but I have a friend who has a bunch of material that they have left over from a huge estate sale that we did. Alright, this one, I'm going to take it slow, looks great right now. You can kind of see how deep that turquoise goes in there. And I don't know how stable this is, but we're going to see how mushy this becomes. And we may end up losing maybe that, like that. Something like that. So, let's see. I'll go on the edge of the turquoise first. You know what I need to do? Let's do a start and a quick start. So I can do a comparison. I have people, they request or ask if I could show the beginning stone when I do my shorts rather than just showing the end piece, which I totally understand. Because for all you guys know, I just buy the stone and pretend I'm making it, but no, I make these. See if there's anything in this end that I can capture. So if it's not worth keeping, I'm going to get rid of it. It's there, but it's not there very much. Bit of a divot in there. Pick that out. I think I'm coming all the way up. Can you see that rock face in there? Look at that guy. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm bringing it. I'm bringing it all in. Let's do it. Losing a little bit, but I think it'll pay off. Probably should have cut this in two. But what's done is done now. bring the back up. Yeah, but I gotta remember when to turn it off. Because if I always thought out loud, I'd get in a lot of trouble. But yeah, no, it's what I'm thinking. Maybe just thinking it out loud would help somebody else that's trying to do the same thing or something similar or just getting started. Or maybe somebody's there that, been doing it for years and somebody can reach out and tell me what I'm doing wrong, because believe me, I understand I could easily be doing a lot of things wrong, whether it's here in rock life or even in my everyday life, whether it's family or if it's even at work life. So I'm always open to suggestions and knowing that I could be wrong. I think to finish up on this one, I think I need to think on this one a little bit. I may take this off right there, but I might want to try and save that little piece for a little ring stone. I have a little issue right here. Still got a little crevice in there, and so I almost have to take it off anyway. So rather than trying to do this here on the machine, I'm going to end up doing it on the trim saw. Maybe I can get two little pieces out of it. Or one big piece and one little. Because this one, it shows color down here. Over there. So cutting that off, making that a nice oval, and then maybe even coming down a little bit further and making this a little ring stone on the end. I got 125 thumbs up and 135 people in here. This is just fantastic. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for spending even like 20 seconds with me. It's really a little bit astounding at times. Alright, so we're going to leave that one. Two good ones so far. I've had no super crash outs yet. Those even go together well. Hey, the Mandel, welcome in. Let's see, we're going to do one more piece, which was this piece. And I have no idea. We are going to see. Little funky shapes. I got a little bit of a concave going on there. So maybe if I can use that natural concave. I think first what I need to do is find out what kind of color I have in here. First I got to see how soft it is. So. I love the blue in there. A lot of dark matrix in this one. Yeah, it's a little spot of blue up there. This one's funky. A little betroidal piece of quartz right there. So a lot of time in turquoise, well, that's turquoise. You can find different matrices. So some will be chert and some will be quartz, some will be both. Manganese, hematite. Still waiting for that piece that I find like a little piece of gold or silver in it. You get pyrite. So you get pyrite and hematite fairly often. Alright, so we are definitely rounding off this side. I'm gonna bring in the edges. So yeah, you get pyrite and hematite quite a lot, and manganese, which can be the black in your matrix. Occasionally you can get real copper, which obviously the blue in the phosphate is given by the copper content, which is what makes turquoise blue. And occasionally, because along with copper, a lot of times most of the silver that we get in the world comes from copper mines. There aren't too many just straight up silver mines. They are usually copper mines that have a silver credit to them as they're digging out the copper. Love the blues in here. Alright, so I am seeing, see how that almost is like, almost like that's a seam going through here. You got spots, spots, spots. If I come down here, am I going to reach that blue before we reach the concave on the back? I don't know. I think this one needs to be backed. But we're going to do a little bit of investigation anyway. So I'm going to have to come in, JB weld, or put some sort of epoxy backing in here just so it holds together. And then I can really come down on these blue spots a little more aggressively. But I think we're going to take a peek, see if my intuition's correct. So we're going to take out this little area. Could be completely wrong. Let's have a peek. Alright. So it's peeking through a little bit. I kind of like it, even with that. So I wasn't far off. Bring that down a little bit more. Okay, so it's in there, but they're just little spots, but still pretty neat. So that's pretty cool. Let's take that down a tiny bit right there. Like that. And really the other side, yeah, I'm making a mess now. So do we have anything under here? Which is there and there, but then I'm getting really close to the bottom and it really needs to be stabilized out. But just for fun, we're going to take this, a little bit of this area down. It's got a little bit to work with, but we're going to take that down and see if there's anything underneath there. There may be nothing. Do a little bit and take a peek. It's brightened up a little bit. Do a little bit more. See if any little spots. I'd like to see a couple of little blue spots come out of that. But I don't know if that's going to happen. But it is lightening up. I think I'm going to leave it like that for right now. I have a decent dome going. Got some decent blues in there. Across the whole face. That's pretty neat. But I'm going to let this dry out and then I'm going to fill this in right here so that maybe I can come down to these blues right there. And so sometimes you gotta be patient, reassess, reevaluate how you're approaching a stone, and sometimes it's good just to stop, so you don't make a mistake. And I let it bash around in my brain for a little bit. Yeah, just to see what comes out in a couple of days. So those are pretty cool. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to call that. Let's have a look at that opal. So we got that one. I think we did pretty well. Actually, I think we did great. Got that one. Pull those out. Be right with you. So thank you all for coming in. I didn't even know if anybody'd be watching anything today. I had not planned to come out today, but I did. So I think we did really well. Now let's turn that off. We did really, really well. So back that just a tiny bit. Like that. I don't know. Should we do another piece? That was one of the opals. Let's get in closer here. This one still needs to be dopped and shaped a little bit, but we got some good color out of it for what it was. This was the second opal. This one came out fantastic. Look at, ready for some flash? Here we go. Get that light off for a second. Look at that. Really flashy from the sides. A little bit of the color, but you have that dangling on a chain from your neck out in the sunshine. I don't know if you can see it from space, but you can probably see it from a Starlink somewhere. That's really nice. And then these came, I mean, yeah, I have to say this is a very, very successful cut. Look at that. So we will hit these again on Sunday. I'm going to fill this one in, and then we will finish it up on Sunday. And then this one was really nice too, this carnelian. Look at that. What a great life. Thank you all so much. Thank you for joining. I only got a little bit of blood today. They're called bloodstones for a reason. But, yeah. So, thanks to all you guys. Thanks to my family for the support that they give me. It's really nice to know that they're behind me and everything else. So, thank you all. We will see you in the next one. Hey, Angela. And, yeah, we'll come back on Sunday. I'll have some more stuff. I don't know if it'll be as nice as today's stuff, but we'll give it a try. And so, yeah, enjoy the rest of your couple of holidays here. Enjoy your weekend. Get ready for the New Year's. We're going to have a great New Year. And, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it because this year I was not expecting anything close to what's happened. And I don't want to sort of make my goals too large for next year. In fact, I might not even set any goals as far as lapidary and jewelry. I just have a few ideas behind me, and that's about it. So thank you all so much. See you in the next one. In the meantime, take care of each other. And most of all, take care of yourself. Cheers now. Love you guys. Thank you. Hey, Marlene, how are you? You came in for the last show right there. These are beautiful. All right, I gotta go hit the leftovers. Bye now.